to the House of Royale, new location, ting. This is episode 80, and for the kickoff episode for season 5, 555, angel numbers. For season 5, we have some severe trifling. The acoustics are right. The lighting might not be, but honey, the sound is on point. Thank God, because we have some to talk about. For example, Mortez, which is like always going to be the most important thing that we talk about here at the House of Royale, because Mortez is a child birthed by Brett Daniels and I, and we have a brand new song coming out finally. I know it's been, the band is 3 months old, but we haven't come out with a new song for a whole month. So for Valentine's Day, we have a special gift for you guys. This hoodie right here is on sale, RochelleRoyale.com/merch. Eventually it'll be Mortez.com/merch. That's Brett's department. So we'll let you know when that's up. But right now, you can get this hoodie on that website. It's ready to rock, ready to roll. If you want yours custom made, just DM me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I don't have TikTok anymore because I updated my phone, lost TikTok, I lost CapCut. Like both of those apps are gone off of my phone. And I gotta tell you, it feels like a weight has been lifted. Congratulations to my phone for not having to carry ByteDance on its back anymore. The new song, you guys, Mortez. Mortez is a symphonic rock alternative pop band, okay? So we're gonna give you a story and a genre that you might not expect. And this one is rock. It is heavy, it's gritty. We were listening to The Master next to Audioslave, next to the beloved Cornell, Lord Cornell, with the vocals of, his other bands. What were they? Soundgarden. We were listening to Taylor Momsen. We were listening to singers that have that grit. And because that is exactly what this song is giving you, is grit, balls, dirt. Basically, it's a dirty rock song. It's not dirty. It's not, actually. It's from the gourd of our souls. Truly, it is called Down with the Devil. And by no means do we mean we're down with that guy. He's our homie. No. The hook takes you to that place of like, I'm not going to be defeated. The hook is, I ain't. I ain't going down with the devil, okay? Like, that's the hook. That's the message of February, because we're not, you guys, and I know what's happening right now. You're single, you're crying, you're getting the ice cream ready to just self-sabotage and feel sorry for yourself, when really we need to be celebrating, okay? Like, we're celebrating the fact that we are not letting the devil win. We are not today, Satan bread. We are not letting him win. No, we're going to fight. We're going to fight, y'all. And speaking of fighting, Mortez is a newborn baby, and she is learning how to walk. She's been crawling around, okay? But we're going to take our first step pretty soon here. We've been doing meetings, and we got our songs, we got our live show, we got our merch, and it's happening. So I really want you guys to get your Valentine's Day hoodie. And don't worry if you're single, because you're spending V-Day with us. You're going to be rocking out and dancing and jamming out. And that's it. And if you want to eat your feelings, that's fine. We do it all the time. We try to make it a healthy eat your feelings, but do you, boo. But we're here for you. Valentine's Day is all about Mortez, rock music, dancing, wearing a red hoodie with red gloves, because I can't say Balenciaga. What is it? It's Robert One. WUN. Robert, we want you to design our costumes for tour. Thank you. Which, wow, what a heavy, heavy topic, the fashion at the Grammys. But I am going to let you guys go for a minute so we can roll the intro. I love you so much. I'll see you in a second. Goodbye. And we're back. That's right. We're back. Where should we start? You know, I know Blake Lively is still the hot topic, but I'm really tired of it, frankly. Like, we get it. Ryan and Blake are immediately signing up to have a dark night of the year. Like, forget about, well, dark night of the soul, but not night. Like, they're going to have to take a year off. That's how cancellation works. You kind of have to, like, you get in trouble. Everyone's like, oh my God, how could you? You got to go. You got to just like get your face out of the camera, out of the media. No more dead pool, no more nice pool, no more sad pool. We're just taking a break on all the pools, you guys. Like, Ryan and Blake are taking breaks. They're going to court and they're going to take a break from showbiz. Cause like, that's how we like to see, you know, a rise and then a fall and then a comeback. They signed up for that package. That's what their PR agent signed them up for. So, farewell to Blake and Ryan. It's been great knowing you guys. We'll see you again later at some point. That's all I have to say about that. Justin, still get the ick from him. I probably would have had similar complaints. I'm glad that you're fighting for your life. Like, good for you, because as a musician, we always have to fight for our publishing and like the millions of dollars that we never receive. So good for you, Justin, for fighting the good fight against the dragons. Moving on, I really want to get into the Grammys. Whoopsh. Grammys 2025. It's always emotional because when you have given up your entire life to be an artist, you're kind of like, yeah, I wish I was there. Yeah, I wish I had an album and a tour and like a record deal that was fair. And, you know, you start to rewrite the script of your career and you're just like, oh, all of that didn't happen. And then you have to like sit and like applaud all these like 19-year-olds that are like winning Best New Artist. But I digress. I think also it's emotional because there are a lot of artists that show up to the Grammys that either get snubbed or it's very political, it's very unfair, and they have done the work for years and years, right? Like, oh my God, poor Beyonce. Kidding. It took me a few podcast Joan River wannabes. I had to hear their reviews and like get through the fashion and get through the awards and get through the performances. And here is my takeaway from what I saw. My note to all musicians is I want you guys to create your own Grammy Awards every single year. And you don't have to do every category, because if it's like world music, like Tonga drums, like best Tonga solo, like we don't know.
Oh, that goes for, the guy that HOODIE for
I don't know who to nominate for that. So just like do what you know, like stick with what you know. Okay. Pop, rock, hip hop, R&B, country. Let's just stick with the genres that we're good at, right? So like take those genres, and I want you guys to go in and I want you to choose 5 or 6 or 7 artists or bands that are newer. They don't have to be brand spanking new, but Like, I know that most of my friends don't know who Sleep Token is or Falling in Reverse because, like, I had to learn about them from my boyfriend. So if you don't know who they are, I would like to nominate them for Best Metal Album. Yeah, like put them in the metal category. Like Curly, I would put her in like pop, best pop album. Honestly, even though she's alternative and like weird, I would still put her like, cause she's like pop dance, like Celtic, whatever that is, but she's pop. That is my recommendation because I think every single year there's so much anger and rage over the fact that we have 13,000 people allegedly voting on who should win. And we seem to come across the same names and the same faces, just like radio, just like the major label circuit, rigmarole, romp around the block. And you're hearing Dua Lipa 16,000 times in a row. And you're just like, what is music? Like, there has to be other artists in the world. And there are. There totally are. So, you know, I think I'll do maybe the next episode, I will have my list of winners ready. I'm going to announce who I think should win a 2025 Grammy Award. And now I would like to talk about Chapel Roan. We're going to talk about the Grammys for a minute because I'm only 15 minutes in and I'm trying to do an hour episode. So yikes. Chapel, thank you. I met you at Justin Tranter's house. You performed at Justin Tranter's. It was like the Spirit Awards. Chloe, shout out to Chloe Demetria, aka Plasty. I'm pretty sure Plasty was singing with Billy Porter that night. Incredible. Amazing. Chapel, you were there. We saw you sing. I don't know what song it was, but it was before you blew up. And at the time, it was Jake. What's his face that was blowing up? Jake. Yeah. Jake Wesley Rogers at the time was the one blowing up, and you were kind of still the diamond in the rough, hadn't blown up yet. So it's pretty crazy to have seen you at Justin's and then now to see you on stage. Number one, I agree with the fact that you want boundaries. I think we should all have boundaries. I personally have dealt with weird, scary shit. Stalkers, weirdos calling my phone from no ID numbers. It just happened the other night. It happens all the time. Women are constantly in danger. And I feel like if you are, especially if you're a female celebrity, dear fans, like, don't come up to them and touch their hair, their face, their nails, their costume. Like, don't touch people without permission, without consent. And by the way, like, who's giving you consent to touch their face? Like, that's insane. Just don't ever do that. Women are wearing makeup. Don't fuck with our hair and makeup, like, ever, period. I agree with Chapel for being upset about that. I think for the past couple of years, artists have been getting items, like heavy, dangerous items thrown into the middle of their eyes on stage. And we're talking like heavy, like an iPhone is usually what people will throw, like a basketball or some shit. I don't know. Like, people are chucking items at singers on stage and they get hit in the face so hard. I think it was like Kelsey Ballerini or whatever. She got hit in the face and had like a cherry bomb on her cheek. What is it called when you get hit? She had a welt. Yeah, like a cherry. It's called something. It's like a big bump. When you get a big bump on your face from getting hit. I'll put it right here, the slang term for it. So, okay. And then Chapel, thank you. Because you went on stage with your notebook, which obviously I had to Google what type of journal it was, like the brand name of your journal, because everyone was tripping the fuck out over your journal, like a white satin vanilla colored journal. It's called like a Lectin or something. Thank you for the journal. And then also the hat that you were wearing was kind of a fuck you to the labels. It was kind of indicating that major labels are clowns. Like they are the joke, because eventually it's like, we have read you for filth. We know you guys are the monster in the industry. We know you guys make $72 million every single day. And we also know that artists don't have health care. They're starving. They are dealing with substance abuse issues. I mean, that's a whole other conversation. But to literally be working a full-time job and not get paid is really insane. And then to have your boss be like, hey, you owe me $3.5 million. Make it make sense. Okay. Chapel, thank you for stating the facts, which is the majors they either need to pay us or they need to go away. They need to pay artists or they need to go away. I just read an article written by Kay Hanley, and Kay went on Instagram as well to respond to what Chapel Roan said. Kay is a highly educated musician, advocate for songwriters. She started the Sona Foundation. She has been touring her whole life. She knows the music industry. She's a music industry executive. She has been in music her whole life. And the article that she wrote in response to what Chapel said is so beautiful, because even Kay, who is very successful herself, is up in arms and so emotionally not okay with the fact that we had a male chief executive shun Chapel and state that what she said was so wrong and so off base and so disrespectful and inappropriate. It's like, how are we ever going to change the industry if we don't all come together and say this is wrong? Because it just is. It doesn't make any sense at all. And the awards being as political as they are, it's always been very political. It's always been a popularity contest. But that being said, there is still a place for change. There is still room to grow for the industry and for all of the artists to start saying no and to start coming up with ideas and ways to get rid of any type of 360 deal with a major label. Like, everyone should just drop their deals with the labels. And it's so shitty, because why do major labels get to continue to be the gatekeepers of the industry? It's so wrong. I think independent artists are going to take over. It's always been prophesied. You know, I've heard it from some of the biggest songwriters and producers in the music industry, like years ago. I mean, I first got to LA in 2010. I remember in 2011, 2012, when I was recording my first album with Mutt Lange, by the way, I was around a lot of music people that were higher up, and a lot of them were saying the major labels will absolutely be gone. Back then, they were saying within a 5-year span, it would dwindle down and be fully gone. They're not gone yet, but the conversation is getting to a point where, and America is getting to a point where we are not going to be played anymore. Like, people have had it. We know too much. The facts are out in the open. The corruption is out in the open. And, you know, as a female artist in a brand new band and looking at how expensive it's going to be for us to get our band off the ground, it's just ludicrous to be writing songs that are prolific and timeless and blah, 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 you know, whatever. Like the songs are amazing, but it's like to be signed and have these gatekeepers tell us that we have to pay them back not only the money that they gave us up front to eat food and record the songs and then pay for all the shit that we literally have to pay for in order to get our names out, but we don't recoup any of it and we don't get paid and we also owe money. It's just it's not set up to help a developing artist develop. You have to have the upfront money. You have to have the upfront money. You have to either have an angel investor or someone's got to be paying for your shit if you're going to make it. And I think that we all need, and this goes for actors too, by the way. Anyone in show business, you know, it costs a lot of money to create a star or to make a band or an artist come to life and do well and succeed. You know, it's not cheap. It's very expensive. So I'm grateful that we have artists like Chapel getting up on the mic and saying what she said. Because someone's got to say it. Like, and frankly, I think everyone should get up on the mic and say some profound, deep-hearted shit. I do. I don't think that you should go up there and start thanking a bunch of people that we don't know, because that's boring and it's a waste of time. If you have a 2-minute moment in front of millions of people, use it to say something prolific. Use it to inspire people and use it to make a change. I think everyone should have a speech prepared no matter what. I think it should be a requirement to have a fucking speech ready to go. Win or lose, have it ready to go. And for all artists out there at home, write one at home. What would you say on the mic? What would you say? Like, what do you stand for? What do you believe in? What type of artist are you? Because frankly, I don't want to see you get up there and I don't want to see that. I want to see something that's going to help everyone and make a change and make a difference and give me goosebumps and inspire me. Moving on from Chapel, the whole Beyonce thing, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Jay-Z has allegations against him stating that he hooked up with a 13-year-old girl or watched or was there or whatever it was. We know that that's not the only incident or instance. Like, we know that Jay-Z, Diddy, all those people in the beginning of time when they all first stepped foot into the music industry, shady, awful, crazy shit was happening all the time. And it's very unfortunate. Whoever ended up at those parties, you are now automatically you're a part of those bad memories. And a lot of people got hurt. A lot of women were assaulted. And I just don't understand where we are at as a society when Beyonce refuses to leave this man. And then her daughter, who is 12 years old, Blue, knows what her dad has done and is still having to play a team role within this family dynamic. And like, let's just bring up the fact that Beyonce's sister, her sister, Solange Knowles, Solange is famous for the elevator fight where she goes off on Jay-Z and beats him in an elevator on camera. They caught it on camera. Solange has known. They all have always known. But Beyonce refuses to leave him and everyone's afraid of them. And you have to thank them if you don't want to get if you want, apparently they murder people and apparently they will take your career away from you if you're not on their side. Can we please put this man away? Like, please just make it stop. I'm so grateful that I was not one of those artists that was signed to a major and had to tiptoe around some bullshit like that for the past 10 years. Like, how awful. You have to dictate your career around people like that. That's really wild. I don't even give a shit about the award. I'm more concerned for their children, the safety of their children, and what this is going to do to them in the long run. Yeah, Beyonce's a hard worker. A lot of people are hard workers. What are they doing extra to make sure that they win those awards? It's too much, y'all. It's not worth it. The Grammys are not that big of a deal. Like, you don't murder people for an award. And I'm not saying that that's what happened, but basically that's like the level of corruption within that family that we're looking at here when it comes to the facts. So that is a big yikes for me. Moving on. Congratulations to Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. I love that song. It's so beautiful. What is it called? Die with a Smile. Gorgeous song. And when we get to the Super Bowl, I'm going to talk about Gaga again because, wow, what a truly prolific artist. Both of you guys, prayers to Bruno Mars for all the cocaine that you've done and for all the debt that you were in. Allegedly, he was like $50 million in debt to like some hotel. We don't know if that's true or not, but I'm sure you've spent plenty of money gambling. So Bruno, I hope that you get sober and stay sober and stop wasting your money on gambling. Prayers to you. Also, I'm really sorry about the photos that were released with you and Taylor. That's, oof, God, that's gotta hurt. Yeah, Short King. Moving on. Grammys. Jelly Roll. I've known about you for a long time now. I'm a big fan of your music. I was a little bit upset to hear that you guys are in an open marriage. I didn't know that. And I, like, no judgment, but like that was kind of hard for me because I'm always like looking for married couples that are like ride or die. And I know that you guys are, but that's the one thing that kind of irks me. But your music is amazing. And then Teddy Swims, Best New Artist nominee. You're homies with a singer, songwriter, producer that I know, Travis Huff. And, you know, I've known about you for a very long time as well. And it's just, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, I know someone that knows him, that works with him or whatever. It's like, I wish I knew you. I wish that I had been in the studio for one of your writing sessions. Like, it would have been great to be a co-writer for one of your records or whatever. It's just really cool to see your name up there because you are an incredible artist, incredible singer. And apparently you were a singer in a metal band back in the day, which is cool. That's a cool little fun fact. There are so many helicopters right now. It must be Jay-Z. Finally. God. It must be Jay-Z, you guys. Like, he is on the run, O.J. Simpson style. But it's a white... What is that spaceship car called? Oh, a Cybertruck. JC is in a white Cybertruck, probably, with some gloves. And he is running from the cops right now. Please. Please be Jay-Z. Yeah, I'm going to keep going. It's fine. It adds suspense. Yeah.
I'm on the run right now. This is where the studio's moving. We gotta go.
Who won Best Pop? Sabrina Carpenter. Okay, congrats to Sabrina, Best Female Pop Vocal or whatever. Oh my God, there's so many helicopters. Best female pop vocal, Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, you worked your ass off, girl. You've been in the game for 100 years. You know, I love the old school aesthetic you're doing for this tour and this album. It's fun to see stars go back to the old school shit because it is so high glam and it's so like, I even did a side part today as like a little ode to Sabrina because it's fun to do old school. It's fun to do like the classic Ginger Rogers, Fred Astaire, ballroom feather, Bob Mackie gown vibe, you know, and all of her costumes are super like Fosse, Bob Mackie, like very like Broadway, Marilyn Monroe, blah, blah, blah. And of course, growing up in a dance studio, that's all you see all the time for like the tap solo or like the jazz solo. It's like the fringe with like the rhinestone bra and the, you know, little corset costumes. And it's really fun to see. It's very nostalgic as a dancer for sure. So good for you, Sabrina. Good job. Who else, babe? Who were the pop people? Oh, yeah. Taylor got snubbed. Billy got snubbed. Okay, shout out to Charlie XCX. Brat did very well. Honestly, I wasn't obsessed with it. I love you because just is a bitch and you worked with her for a minute when was kind of winning and then now you're winning. So I'm kind of like, I'm gonna have to bleep that out. I love that you're winning, Charlie, because it was you all along, girl. It was never her. It wasn't. Billie Eilish, you're incredible, but birds of a feather, what the fuck, you guys? No, absolutely not. Phineas, why? You guys are so much better than that song. Please do better. Thank you. Moving on. Taylor didn't even listen to Dead Poets Dying or whatever the fuck that up. I'm so sorry. Like the dead poets in a grave. I missed it. It went over my head. Just like your concert, I never went. But what I do love about you, Taylor, is you will call a man out like it like he is running for his life and you'll just be like, Scooter Elizabeth Braun. Like you'll just say you'll say his social security number. I mean, you will get all of your fans. How many fans do you have now? You probably have like 50 million hardcore fans at this point. Maybe 60, 70, 80. I don't know. People have so many followers on Instagram now. I don't even know where you're at with that, but you're a billionaire. So maybe you have 1 billion fans. You are a congresswoman and you do what needs to be done. You're not just, you never were just a rich girl, honey. And we know that. And that is why we stan you. That's why I stan you. I loved Reputation, and I'm really glad that Reputation Taylor's version is coming out because I might be a fangirl for that album. I'm kind of excited for that. I'll live for that. Especially you doing it at 36 years old is like, thank you, I love you. That's incredible. But like the reason why I truly love you is because you are throwing these men into the fire. You're throwing them into a dungeon and then throwing coal on them and laughing at them while your fan base throws other items at their faces and heads and their wives too. Like you take their whole family out, girl. You really do. And thank God, because someone needs to do it. We need to chip away at this Illuminati major label fuck shit. Like it's so corrupt. And you are one of the only, maybe you're a spy. Like, I don't know if you're actually a singer. I don't know if I really buy that because the moves that you make are calculated and fresh and fun. And you're one of the only, like, we need you. We need you because we have to keep chipping away at the block of the gatekeeps. They've got to go. Sweeping away the gatekeeps. That should be the name of your next album. Oh, right. Kanye. And here's the deal. The reason why I want to bring up Kanye, like, wow, I just found out about his ad, which we got to talk about that shit when I get to the Super Bowl. But I want to bring up Kanye and the girl because so my boyfriend and I, we were on Santa Monica this one time. This was recent, and we went into a store, and I won't tell you which one it was. And we go in there, and I look over, and I just immediately, my heart dropped because I saw a black hoodie, black sweatshirt hoodie with like black pants and black boots. And then I saw a girl, and it was just like a bikini top and just huge boobs. And I'm like, oh my God. And I look at Babe, and I'm like, babe, oh my God, do you know who the fuck that is? And he's like, no. So I tell him it's Kanye and it's BB or whatever her name is. And it was a moment. It was crazy because the one thing they do have is that X factor. And it wasn't just because of her boobs. It was really because Kanye is street style. He is. He's street style. He's fashion. He's energy. And they are like a runway show in a way. I know everyone's upset about what they did. Yes, it's so awful and inappropriate. Whatever. Like, come on, be more creative. You guys could actually be fashion icons. Kanye knows that, though. And I think that Kanye's whole agenda is definitely in alignment with Taylor Swift, which is why he is following Taylor Swift. On Instagram, he follows one person, and it's Taylor. I think that he knows what he's doing, unfortunately, you guys. I think that he is a mastermind. I think that his way of taking down the gatekeeps is these stupid games that he's playing. I think that this is definitely a part of it. It's punk. It's like, fuck the system. And Bajorn, or whatever her name is going along with it because she's having a good time. We saw her in action. She was having a fabulous time. She's not a slave to this, y'all. She's choosing to live this life too. They know what they're doing. They're pissing a lot of people off. They're burning a lot of bridges, but it's so on purpose. And it's like, it's called dismantling is what they are doing. They're taking the puzzle and they're taking pieces off of the puzzle so that the Illuminati is like, wait, where are the puzzle pieces? What's happening? We are losing control. The Illuminati is losing control because Kanye's like, we're just going to throw these pieces. We're going to hide the puzzle pieces is what they're doing. I swear to God. I know that's what this is. So good job, you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm sorry for your children, though. That sucks. That's awful. I wouldn't want my dad to, well, I mean, I guess he did. So I was a child who was a victim of bad daddery. And as a victim, I do have to say it. But I mean, I'm doing great. So I guess your kids are going to turn out great. The shittier you are to them. So moving on. Let's move on. Who else was there? Cardi B. Oh my God. Our girl, Nikki Glazer, who proceeded to post photos of the master bedroom of Jaden Smith's house that he was wearing on his head. That to me was probably the funniest moment of the night, is Nikki posting that on her story and just being like, oh my God, I have a view through the master bedroom. Jaden, we're not sure what it is you're doing, but it's not what Kanye is doing. So you need to call Kanye and be like, what should I do next? Like, get a grip, JS. Willow, didn't even see your outfit. Get it together. Wear something crazier. Didn't even see a photo of it. I felt like the fashion was super boring. Julia Fox, thank you for going all out. Charlie XCX, beautiful. Like, we all love JPG, but you're Charlie XCX. Like, I feel like I wanted more of a statement. Like, it was pretty girl on the carpet, and then you were like way too wild on stage. It was like a diaper situation. I'm gonna have to bleep all this shit out. I would have done what Sabrina Carpenter did. Put on those Capezio shimmery tights and that waist cincher and just... Trevor Noah, like, no, never again, guys. Get Nikki on there. Nikki should host every award show, honestly. I want to see Nikki host next year and finally get her moment to be friends with Taylor Swift. Because, like, Nikki has spent the total amount of, like, 3 homes. The amount of shows, the amount of Taylor Swift shows that she has attended, I couldn't even count the amount of money she spent on attending Taylor Swift concerts. I feel like she has bought her way into Taylor Swift's arms. Taylor, like, you need to be friends with Nikki. Period. I'm manifesting that for you guys. I hope it happens. And plus, you guys are both tall and blonde. So, like, obviously, be friends. Moving on, I wish country was still just country, but clearly it's not. Everyone is trying on their country boots last year and this year. And I mean, Mortez might even try a country vibe. But like more on the Chris Stapleton, I'm on a mountain, like dying from heartbreak type of vibe country song, you know, like Americana, country rock. Rockabilly, country, rock pop sort of vibe. But yeah, what is country? I don't know. Cause like everyone is doing it now and it doesn't feel country anymore. So I don't even care that Beyonce won. Moving on. Oh, right. Oh my God. Okay. J-Lo. It's been 47 minutes. Okay. J-Lo. We all saw the doc when you were like, I can't believe they hired Shakira to be the other girl on stage with me. And JLo was like, I'm supposed to carry the show by myself. Honestly, I hear you. I agree. JLo can have her own halftime show because it's JLo. Like, she was born to do a show. A Grammy, I don't really know about that. But the fact that you were so pissed about having to do the halftime show with Shakira and then they made you hand her a Grammy, that is pretty fucking wild. I don't know if karma is real, but yeah, sometimes it sure does seem like karma is real, dude. It's crazy. But everyone was hating on your outfit. I would have worn your outfit over Shakira's. So I'll give you that. You know, you're always going to be beautiful and hot and gorgeous. But you and Blake Lively have got to go because you have shitty attitudes, apparently. I don't know. Moving on. Let's move on to, okay. Next. Halftime. Super Bowl. Super Bowl, I did not know. Was there a Super Bowl? I didn't know about it. I can't believe it was in New Orleans. I can't believe Taylor Swift was there. Lady Gaga was there. Who's the piano player? John Batiste. Jonifers. Just play the piano. That's all I have to say about that. Lady Gaga. Can we please talk about Gaga? She performed Hold My Hand on Bourbon Street. White hat, white costume, white piano. It was the wig, incredible. The makeup, insane. Your vocals were so perfect. You sang so perfectly. I could not believe. It's like one of the best live performances I've seen from you ever. Wow. Good job. You were playing piano and you were singing live and your hair and makeup was perfect. You were like a fashion icon. You know, it took me a long time to like, there are moments with you where I'm just like, damn, I'm really here for this. I'm not always here for it, Gogs, but for this, this performance, I was here for it. I was like, damn, girl. I would like to do a shout out to the choreographer of Kendrick's performance. Her name is Charm LaDonna. She's 36 years old. She was hired to choreograph Kendrick's halftime show. There were 400 dancers cast for this live performance. 15-minute show. My mom used to choreograph the halftime shows for the 49er games. And let me tell you, you guys, it's not easy to choreograph a huge group of people. And it's math. It's like geometry. You have to calculate where they're going to be. The movements have to be big so that you can see them. The people in the stands have to be able to see the movements from the nosebleeds all the way down to the stage. And growing up watching my mom do that, I know what a huge task it is. Rehearsals, but like also coming up with that in your head and then magically making everyone do what's in your head is, I mean, that is choreography, but 400 people, good job, Charm. Good job. It takes a lot of brain power. You got to be smart. You got to be on your shit. And it was impressive, truly. And I thought the car trick was cool. Like there was a car and then it was like all the dancers came out of one car. And I was like, how are they doing this? Because you can see under the car. And I'm like, oh, there has to be like an entryway from the ground. But they made it look like there was nothing under the car. So that was really cool. Also, Taylor was there. Heather McDonald likes to call her Orange Spice, which I think is hysterical. Ice Spice was there. They were together in Taylor's box. Guess who wasn't there? Blake wasn't there. Blake Lively was not invited. She was uninvited because Blake's a bitch. So, sorry, Blake. Taylor was there with her one Ice Spice, and the camera was in her face. The Eagles were booing her. The Eagles booed louder than when they were booing Kim Kardashian when Kim went up on stage to do her roast for the Tom Brady roast. Like, it was worse. Massive amounts of booing. But I think Taylor thought it was funny because at first she was staring down the camera like this. And then she was like, and honestly, I think she loved it. Because Taylor is like, but please, somebody please fuck with me. Like, I'm waiting for someone to fuck with me so I can write my next album. I wish here's what Taylor is saying. Taylor, this is what she said to the crowd. I wish a bitch would. Don't just boo her. Like, take it to the level of stepping up to her face, you guys, because Taylor needs material. Because, like, the Dead Poets Children, where that album, it died the second it was being written. It died the moment it was born, honey. So I wish a bitch would is the name of the next single that Taylor will be putting out with Ice motherfucking Spice, bitch. Oh, yeah. In addition to the other album name that I came up with earlier, which is what? The Gatekeeps. Sweeps the Gatekeeps. Yeah. Sweep up the gate, or clean sweep on the Gatekeeps or some shit like that, okay? And then I wish a bitch would is going to be the next single release with Taylor Swift and Ice motherfucking Spice. Period. That needs to happen. And it's going to be about Blake Lively. Produced by Ryan Reynolds. Obviously, because he steals the rights to everything. Songs, movies, scripts, TV shows. Yeah, women. So that being said, the halftime show was just as chaotic, dark arts, theatrical play, just like the Grammys, you guys. I mean, this is like, it is exactly what Whitney Cummings calls it. It's Revenge of the Nerds. It's like all the kids in high school that did not peak in high school. And this is their moment to thrive as a celebrity. It is their revenge on all of those high school assholes that didn't let them win when they were teenagers. So now they want to be in their late 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s or however the fuck old Ryan is, and just act the way that they act. I'm here for it, though. We're all here for it because without them, I wouldn't have anything to talk about. I am grateful for the drama and the kamikaze of it all. Oui, ha ha. I have my boyfriend is dressed as a French, French art major. Over here, you guys, it's so hot. I'm so grateful. I want to end this episode with promo for Mortez. We have a song coming out Valentine's Day 2/14, Down with the Devil. This is our exclusive red Valentine's Day hoodie, along with our single Down with the Devil. You guys, it is a song about redemption, about the fight. You are not going down, honey. You will not be defeated. I wish I would, honey. That is the whole anthem. It's a rock anthem, in your face jam. Because we are not sad on Valentine's Day, you guys. We are celebrating being alive and being spicy, wild rock stars, okay? And so if you are single, just spend your V-Day jamming out in your red Mortez hoodie to Down with the Devil and see how good your day gets. Because this song is also charged with magic crystals and witchy energy and all of the good incantations and intentions to manifest and quantum leap into the next level for your highest good, for your highest self. We are here to become the cinematic versions of our fantasy dream life. And that's why we're going to rock out to Down with the Devil on 2/14. 2/14 Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy V-Day from Mortez to you, from us to all of you. We love you guys so much. Make sure you light a candle, journal, do something that makes you happy. Give yourself a hug. And I will see you for episode 81.